welcome back to another video, and today we have Season 1, Race number 3 of the Procore Cup Series, and today we are here at Dover International Speedway. After a very long wait for this race, we are finally here, and all 39 cars are here and ready to go, just waiting for the command to start engines. So heading into today's race, your current points leader is Jimmie Johnson, who won last week at Charlotte, so he has already punched his ticket into the playoffs. He starts pretty deep into the field today. He starts 16th. And one main thing that I would like to mention before we get this race underway is this is going to be the one and only race this season that Jimmie Johnson will be driving the low scheme. For every other race this year, he'll be driving the Ally, the same exact one that you guys saw at Daytona and Charlotte. So yeah, he rolls off 16th today, and his only race this season in Lowe's. We will see if he can get that number 48 Lowe's Chevrolet up to the front. And then the other driver that has already punched his ticket into the playoffs with his win at Daytona is Clint Bowyer in the 14 car. He rolls off today 21st, right around mid-pack, actually a little bit, just about one position past mid-pack, because there is 39 cars. That's another thing. There is a lot of new drivers this week that have not raced at all yet this season that are making their debut here today, so we will get more in-depth with that once we get into the starting lineup, which will be announced once we get the command to start engine. So here's one last look at all of the cars here on track before we go trackside for the command. So, yeah, here they are right here. The rest of the cars. So, yeah, let's go trackside for the command.
Drivers, start your engines! The engines have been fired here as the pace car will lead them off and the cars roll off here. And now you're going to take a look at today's starting lineup. So on the pole for today's race, we have Kurt Busch, and to his outside, we have Austin Dillon. In row number 2 today, we find Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and Joey Logano. Row number 3, we have the best of friends, Chase Elliott and Denny Hamlin. In row number 4, we find Martin Truex Jr. and Ryan Newman. Truex has had a rough start to the season. He's looking to rebound here today, as then Brad Keselowski and Eric Jones make up row 5, with Daniel Suarez and Kyle Busch in row number 6. Then in row 7, we have Kevin Harvick and Alex Bowman, two guys that have had a strong start to this season. And then in row 8, we have Ryan Blaney and Jimmie Johnson, who is in his final start in the low scheme. Row number 9, we have Eric Almirola and Tyler Reddick. And then rounding out the top 20 today, in row 10, we find Clint Bowyer and William Byron. And then in row 11, we have Jamie McMurray and Paul Menard. Row 12 is Matt DiBenedetto and Michael McDowell. In row number 13, we have Chris Buescher and Ty Dillon. Row 14 today, we have Matt Tifft and Ryan Preece. Then in row 15, we find Bubba Wallace Jr. and David Reagan. Row 16, we have Daniel Hemrick and Cole Custer in his debut here today. Then the next row, we find Corey LaJoie and Ross Chastain, also in his debut. Then another debuting driver, Landon Castle, and to his outside is Cody Ware. Then all by himself is the last debuting driver, which is Reed Sorensen. So the race info, there's 39 cars, and it is yet again another 8-lap race here at Dover. So the pace car pulls off as Kurt Busch and Austin Dillon lead him to the green. We are green here at Dover. Here's a quick flyby of the field to start off the races. Meanwhile, at the front of the pack, Logano took Austin Dillon and Stenhouse 3 wide, and he goes to take the lead away from Kurt Busch in turns 3 and 4, and Joey Logano will lead lap 1 as Kurt Busch sits there in second. Now Truex looks underneath Kurt Busch for second. He will clear him exiting turn 2. Now Martin Truex Jr. sets sail for Joey Logano to see if he can hunt him down for the lead, as Ricky Stenhouse Jr. looks like he will make the pass on Kurt Busch for third, as Denny Hamlin looks to follow. We're now on lap number 3 as Martin Truex Jr. is now inside of Logano. Looks like Stenhouse might make it 3 wide for the lead as Truex Jr. clears Logano in turns 3 and 4, and Martin Truex Jr. is going to lead it. We are now on lap 4 with 5 laps to go here. So, yeah, there's another flyby of the field as Martin Truex Jr. continues to lead, and we have a crash. Kevin Harvick is around. Here's the replay. It looked like Chase Elliott got into him. Let's take a look. So it almost looked like Chase Elliott did it on purpose right there. They're running behind Austin Dillon right in front of Ryan Newman, and Chase Elliott just completely takes out Kevin Harvick. I bet you that's revenge from last week when Chase Elliott thought that Kevin Harvick raced him too hard at Charlotte, and then when Harvick stole the win away from Elliott. Here's a look at it again. We'll take a flashback to that moment in just a second here. But if you guys do remember last week, Kevin Harvick and Chase Elliott battling for the win on the final lap. Chase Elliott had a run. Harvick bumped him up the hill, and then eventually Jimmie Johnson ended up winning the race. So here's the flashback to last race to show you guys what happened. So this was the final lap. Chase Elliott was on the inside of Harvick, and then Kevin Harvick right there came down on Elliott and it bumped him up the hill. Then Elliott actually hit Harvick in the door, so that was kind of Elliott's fault right there. And then Jimmy Johnson and Kurt Busch both passed Elliott and Harvick and ultimately gave Jimmy Johnson the win. So that's what Chase Elliott was mad about. So the cars involved, there's only one. It is Kevin Harvick. Chase Elliott will be able to continue. So yeah, here is the running order right now. Martin Truex Jr., Ricky Stenhouse, Joey Logano, Brad Keselowski, and Denny Hamlin is the top 5 with the Busch brothers. Austin Dillon, Chase Elliott, and Ryan Newman is the top 10. So the Penske teammates are in row 2 with Logano and Keselowski. So green flag in the air, 3 laps to go. Martin Truex Jr. leads him to the green. We have another crash. Denny Hamlin around. He collects Austin Dillon. Kyle Busch, Ryan Newman, and Chase Elliott is involved. Oh man, let's take a look at that replay. What in the world just happened on the restart? It looked like Kyle Busch, he was really aggressive on the restart. He goes underneath his teammate Denny Hamlin, and there just wasn't enough room in between the wall and Hamlin. Hamlin hits the wall. Kyle Busch tries to go up to avoid it. Didn't realize, I guess, that Hamlin was going to shoot back up the hill. He clips Austin Dillon, and then there's just absolutely nowhere to go for the 6 and the 9, Ryan Newman and Chase Elliott. Tough break for Newman. He was having such a good run here in the top 10, and nice job for guys like Clint Bowyer and Tyler Reddick to barely make it through there. Here's one last look at it. So it looked like Kurt Busch also was taking Keselowski and Logano 3 wide for 3rd, and then Busch tried to take Denny Hamlin and Austin Dillon 3 wide, and there was just no room. He clipped Hamlin into the wall, and that pushed him back up, collecting, like I said, Austin Dillon right there. Austin Dillon's lucky that he didn't get hit at a different angle, because if he was hit at a little bit of a different angle there, that could have sent Austin Dillon airborne. And then, Chase Elliott, the one who wrecked Kevin Harvick on purpose, is now in the garage. And like I said, tough break for Ryan Newman. So here is the cars involved: Austin Dillon, Denny Hamlin, Kyle Busch, Ryan Newman, and Chase Elliott. This is the second DNF in 3 races for Denny Hamlin and Kyle Busch. So here is the running order: Martin Truex Jr. and Ricky Stenhouse still the front 2, and now we are headed to overtime. There's 2 laps to go. This is going to be a green-white checkered finish in overtime. We are green. Martin Truex Jr. and Ricky Stenhouse lead him to the green here on lap 7. And on the restart, Joey Logano now is door-to-door with Truex for the lead as they're 3 wide for 3rd. Kurt Busch, Brad Keselowski, and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Joey Logano takes the lead. He exits turn number 4. Kurt Busch passes Truex as well. 1 lap to go. Joey Logano leads. Kurt Busch has a run. He's hunting him down. Kurt Busch to the inside of Logano. Down the back straightaway. Keselowski sitting there ready to pounce in 3rd. They make a little bit of contact. Logano sends Kurt Busch up the hill just a little bit. Some more contact. And it looks like Joey Logano is going to win in a photo finish over Kurt Busch. Wow, what a finish that was. It looked like when Kurt Busch was passing Logano down the backstretch, Logano gave Busch the slightest bit of a bump that sent him up the hill, just enough for Logano to get to his inside. So here is basically the whole final lap. So Kurt Busch has a run in turns 1 and 2. He's next to him, and then right about there, as you see right there, Logano just right there nudges Kurt Busch ever so slightly on the exit of turn 3. It sent him up the hill. Then Busch actually hit Logano in the door just a little bit, and there was the margin. Joey Logano beats Kurt Busch in a photo finish. So Joey Logano is going to burn it down here at Dover, and he is the 3rd driver to punch his ticket into the playoffs. So here's the finishing results today. Joey Logano wins. Kurt Busch, Brad Keselowski, Martin Truex Jr., and Ryan Blaney is the top 5. So a top 5 for all of Team Penske. And then Ricky Stenhouse Jr. 6th. He was up there for most of the day, but just barely lost that 5th place spot to Blaney at the end. So here's the updated point standings right here. The top 16 right now would be the drivers in the playoffs. As you guys see, Jimmy Johnson, Clint Bowyer, and Joey Logano are locked in. That's why there's a star next to their name. And look at that. Guys like Tyler Reddick are in the playoffs right now. Jamie McMurray and Matt DiBenedetto is sitting in 9th. So here's 19th through 34th. That was an insane race. We got some big names back here at the back. Kyle Busch is 23rd. Martin Truex Jr. is 25th. Denny Hamlin and Ryan Newman are 28th and 29th. So some big names back there in the 20s that are going to try to make up some ground here. As we have 7 races left in the regular season, because there's going to be 10 regular season races and then 10 playoff races. So yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. This was a phenomenal race. Joey Logano, I think he led the most laps. He got 4 bonus points for that, because you get 2 for leading the most laps and 2 for leading the first lap. He led the first lap as well. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll see you guys next time.